our region's most spectacular natural phenomenons, the Severn boar. And this morning, as the sun rose over Gloucestershire, dozens of spectators and some hardy surfers braved the chilly temperatures to enjoy a 4-star boar. Among them was Nathan Morris from Bristol, and here he's on surf cam catching a slightly smaller wave yesterday. Today he got up before the sun rose to catch today's 4-star wave as it travelled up the River Severn. Only a 5-star boar is any bigger. So what was it like to ride the force of Mother Nature?
Well, this boar is based on a star rating system to do with the tide height in the River Severn. It's the second highest tide height in the world. And so the more water there is to be pushed in, the bigger the boar is, and therefore the longer the wave you can ride, really.
What's it like actually being on the wave? How long, for example, have you managed to stay on it?
My record's about 37 minutes, but today it was about 8. So I sort of fell off a little bit here and there, but and it wasn't quite as good as we'd hoped.
And we're actually seeing you there on the screen over there, riding the wave only this morning. So how far can you get in that time, in the 37 minutes?
I got about 4 miles that day. A chap yesterday did about 6 miles. Today he did about 10 metres, he fell off. So it depends really on how good you are and what the water's like.
And it's a very different skill, isn't it, riding that to riding a wave on the sea?
Definitely, because the wave changes shape depending on the depth of the water. So one moment it can be nice and clean and glassy, and then the next minute lots of white water and surging from different directions, and it can throw you off quite easily.
Now this is surfing on a river, so this is different from surfing in the sea where the waves come in continually. There's only one wave coming up the river here. What happens if you fall off the board?
Well, if you can be quick enough, jump in the car, drive up the road, overtake it and have another go. But if you're not in the right spot at the right time, you have to wait for the next tide, and that's 12 hours away.
Is there quite a nice sort of community that builds up around the boar appearances? Do lots of you flock there?
Yeah, you see a lot of the same people there each time, and made a lot of friends that way, and the camaraderie is quite strong between us. There's a good little community of people who appreciate, the Severn boar every time it comes through.
Now these come around every few months or so. Just explain how often there is a boar and when you are able to surf it.
Well, the tide is biggest virtually every month for about 4 or 5 days. So from sort of January to April, you get a good sized boar. The summer months aren't quite as good, and then from sort of September to November, you can get a good tide each month, really. So there's enough to keep us happy.
Nathan, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Nathan Morris speaking to us a little earlier, and it was really fascinating when we were speaking to him, actually, wasn't it? Because he was saying that he's going to head to the Amazon to catch a boar there. Apparently the biggest one is in China, but the authorities there aren't that keen for people to ride that one. But fascinating stuff.
Certainly very interesting talking to him. But coming up next after us on the ITV1 News Hour is Mary Nightingale.